to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see, the Titans taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Mustangs will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Titans offense takes the field to start this game off. Looking to pass, it's Beebe. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smallwood. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Titans can really attack on this second and short. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Using the quick game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on second down. He wants to throw it again. That's caught. It's Smallwood. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. The Titans are on the move. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Titans send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So SMU's offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. They'll give it to Johnson. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for a loss. play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Motion from the wideout. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Going to the ground. Got the first down and more. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal for this offense. Pushes ahead. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, SMU. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw, it's Beebe. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Plucks it out of the air. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Titans will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They go to the ground. Gets it past the marker. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll run this one off right tackle. Explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision in open field.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mustangs.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Beebe. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Right back to the well. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Running to Green. Runs for the tackle. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. The Mustangs line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Titans will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession.
There he goes. He's in open space downfield. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking downfield, it's Beebe. Here comes the heat.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Out of the gun, the inside give. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Titans will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll move the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. Finds a crease at the 20. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoops out of bounds.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He'll start the return inside his 5, and the returner will be brought down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Mustangs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Hand off to the fullback. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their...
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, SMU!
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't... their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And now this offense will take the field again. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Makes the grab on the left. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quick release on the RPO. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Titans are moving quickly down the field. The RPO, it's complete. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd. Off play action. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Beebe. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
The Titans will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, he's got a chance.
Love the play call on offense there. 3rd down. You're just trying to stress the defense, right? The football can be 3 different places almost at once. Is it the dive man? Is it the quarterback? Or is it the pitch guy? That time, nobody home for the pitch outside. So good decision by the quarterback. They pick up a nice gain and get the 1st down.
They're trying to crease them off the left tackle. Got the 1st down and more. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Mustangs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll leave it with the lone back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking for a crease. It's Green. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Mustangs have it in scoring position on first and goal. Run it with the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese,
and the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The Titans decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let them go to work.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The give to the tailback. Finds a little space. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Snap in the shotgun. He's going for the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Yeah, And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
On the run from inside his own 5. Hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Under fire. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.